Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Generation Millennium. I'm your host, Jeffrey Romanus, and I guess you could ignore it on screen because we're not talking about Pokemon Home today, but we are talking about Pokemon Bank because it's been announced by Nintendo that, officially the eShop will be closing as of March of 2023, meaning that until that point in time, if you wish to, excuse me, let me clarify that. It's the Nintendo 3DS and Nintendo Wii U eShops that are closing down. Meaning if you want to do any digital purchases on there, then you have about a year to do so. And for us Pokemon fans, this raises some concerns because if you have any consoles on the 2DS or 3DS families, this means that having access to at least the digital copies for Pokemon X, Y, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, and Ultra Moon will no longer be purchasable. In addition, that also means that the virtual console games for Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, and Crystal will also no longer be purchasable. So therefore, if you don't have access to any of those games as of right now, you have about a year to get them. And if you buy them digitally on the Nintendo eShop, the 3DS title games usually cost about $39.99, whereas the virtual console games usually cost $9.99. So there's that. But in addition, Pokemon Bank itself, as of next year, will become a free service. I don't know how that's going to work out in the future, because as of right now, Pokemon Bank is how you can send all Pokemon from the 3DS titles onto the online service, and then through Pokemon Bank you can then just move the Pokemon around between the Gen 6 games and then transfer them up into the Gen 7 games, and then although you cannot transfer them backwards, but that's essentially how you just organize Pokemon between all of the 8. Is that 8? Let's see. XY, Auras. Yep, that's 8 games. So 8 games on the 3DS for Pokemon. But then also through the Pokemon Bank, you also have access to the Poke Transporter application, which is how you can transfer Pokemon from the virtual console games on the 3DS. So for Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, Crystal, use the Poke Transporter app to transfer Pokemon upwards into Pokemon Bank. So you have the year to also ensure that you have these all saved up on your 2DS, 3DS consoles, because as long as you have them, you can still use them. So if you just have the year to get those ready. But the thing is that the Poke Transporter app is also how you transfer Pokemon from the Pokemon Gen 5 games, Black, White, Black 2, White 2, which means that via Poke Transporter, that's how you get Pokemon from all the Gen 3, 4 into 5, and then via Poke Transporter transports 3 generations worth of Pokemon, Gens 3, 4, and 5, into Pokemon Bank, which allows you to transfer them into the Gen 6 and 7 games. So that's 5 generations of Pokemon, technically 7 if you count the virtual console. So that's all 7 generations right there into the Pokemon Bank. And then once you're in Pokemon Home, you then have to use the transfer key, and then you can transfer Pokemon from Bank into Home. Which means this is going to be a bit of an issue. I mean, the fact that it's becoming free, as of right now, Pokemon Bank is a $5 annual subscription. It has been ever since it released back in, January 2014? So the past 9 years now. So that's quite a bit of time for that service been going, and you better believe I've been paying for that service annually ever since then. So what's this, about almost 8 years going? 5, that's about $40 I put into Pokemon Bank, which means if you have 2 3DS systems, ouch, you've been paying maybe about $80 all this time total, which is kind of funny to think about now. That's like the price for 2 3DS games, but since it's an annual subscription, the $5 wasn't really that big of a deal in comparison to how much Pokemon Home subscription costs. So just as a fair warning, just want to let you all know that if you're gonna buy, this is mostly gonna affect the virtual console games, because since the 3DS title games can just be physical copies, you can get those without much difficulty. But if you just want to go digital for some reason, then again, you have the 1 year until next year's March to get all that done. But this also marks as a warning to any of you who still like the shiny hunt in any of the previous 7 generation games, because while Pokemon Bank will become free, that only remains, the service remains active as long as Nintendo is going to keep both the Nintendo online services going for the 3DS, Wii U, as well as the Pokemon Company also keeping the bank servers up and running. So you have about a year, maybe next 2 to 5 years at most, to essentially just catch everything you want from the previous 7 generations, transfer them upward into Pokemon Home, and then onto your Pokemon Switch games. I mean, I would say Pokemon Home and then onto Sword and Shield, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, but unfortunately, as of the recording release of this video, there has not been any updates for Home yet for Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl integration, and I believe that's Pokemon Legends Arceus to blame for that, because with the whole Alpha Pokemon system and then the Noble Pokemon system, that's just causing issues, because those are technically form alterations of Pokemon, meaning all those form of Pokemon that you have in PLA, in addition to the shiny forms for the new Hisuian forms and all that stuff. It just Game Freak just created more issues with themselves, and probably why Ilka is a bit delayed on updating Home. So yeah, I guess that's just pretty much all I wanted to say. Well, I guess I'll just catch y'all next time. Take care.